My name is Henry Farquaad. Why am I here? I do not know. My mission? I know even less. But I have been told to seek out a faked weaver. I have been told by Hughes that he is along this path. Hughes, alas, probably dead. But everyone keeps telling me that his sacrifice must not be in vain. Everyone keeps telling me that I, Henry, must live. I do not believe this is because of my life being particularly unique or having value or anything that I have done, I do not think. But rather, something I represent with the Well of Souls. Ah.
You've come from the tower, haven't you? Name's Agarth. Maybe you can help an old fate weaver, eh?
Agarth. Yes. Hughes, the little half-pint one, sent me to find you.
Did he? Poor old Fomerus Hughes. He respected the way the world works. What a shame. He's probably dead by now.
How on earth could you know that? What makes you think he's dead?
The cards told me that the Well of Souls would work, but Hughes's success would come on the day of his death. He took it pretty well, honestly. Although we did a lot of drinking after that.
The cards. Oh. A fate weaver. Tarot cards. You're a card reader, yes?
You really don't know much, do you? A fate weaver taps into the threads of fate and channels that energy through a focus. My order prefers cards. The cards are unique to each fate weaver, since we all see the weave differently.
Well, I just woke up in the tower. So what do the cards say about that?
You're the one. Then that means... it all makes sense now. The cards this morning. I drew the Gravedigger, the Running Man, and the Beast. Prepare yourself. They're coming.
Ooh. Ah! Yes. Tuatha!
Try this one!
My skill and my speed with the blade will outfox even the mightiest Tuatha.
Another victory!
Damn, there are more. But I feel now even more powerful. Something strange is happening.
I detest the mortal flesh.
The magic fills me.
Fear not.
I see their fates. I see their futures. And I feed upon it. How the hell did I just do that? I suddenly felt this sensation. This power within me. What the hell am I?
How? What are you?
Good question.
The threads of fate. I've seen them before, but I've never seen anyone manipulate them like that. You just changed how the world was supposed to work. How did you do that?
I don't know. There's a lot of things I don't know today. I just did it, just like I am just alive. Like I just know my name is Henry. There are things I just know and things that I don't know. And that's just all there is to it.
You just... Fate is the will of the gods. No mortal should be able to change it. How is that even possible? Come here. I'm going to do a reading. You might be able to change the threads, but fate will still have a plan for you. I promise not to tell you if I see your death.
Is this why Hughes sent me? So you could read my future too?
That would be my guess. He was an academic, but he had a proper respect for fate's plan, unlike most gnomes.
I don't believe in fate. I believe in God, and I believe in gods. Fate is no god. Fate is simply the destiny that the divine would carve out for us.
That's fine, but you don't have to. But I can see that you're nervous. Relax. This is what fate weavers do. I'll be seeing your thread in the weave of fate. Who you are, what you've done, where your path takes you. Or at least, I should be. You're real, right? I swear I haven't had that much.
Yeah, I'm real. But you can't see my fate? I know I don't really believe in it, but what does that even mean?
Fate's weave is always hard to see. It's in motion, hard to make out, but undeniably there. Yours is just missing. This doesn't make sense. All mortal creatures have a place in the pattern. You should have one too, dead or not. If this is true, and I'm not saying I believe it, then your path is yours to determine.
So, what does this all mean? I don't believe in a fate controlling my destiny, but I do believe in time, and I do believe that certain things can see forward and past in time. So assuming you are trying to see the future, if I have none or one that is not to be seen, then what am I?
It could mean nothing, or it could mean everything. The world is changing. You might be a sign of that, or maybe the cause. I've never had a reason to doubt my own readings, but we should consult with Arden. He's not a friend, but he's got a good eye for the tapestry. I'll meet you at his home to the east. I'm going to see if I can be of any help to the wounded at the tower.
No, wait, but before you go, tell me, what is wrong with my fate?
That's just it. I don't know if you've got one, but that's why we're going to see Arden. He lives in a little hut to the east in Yulven. I'll meet you there.
Damn it, man, you're useless. You're useless. Tell me more. Is fate more than just time? Does it control us in your belief? Or according to my belief, is it the divines that do so? Speak!
We are all threads in the tapestry of fate. Measured, woven, and cut according to a great plan. Fate weavers undertake the task of reading those threads. Our title always was a bitter lie, since we have no control over how that tapestry is woven. But you do. And when a fate weaver looks at your place in the weave, we see only the shapes of what you may choose to become.
It tells me nothing.
What could this all mean?
It tells me nothing. It tells me nothing that I am a mystery. The fateless one. That I, Henry, stand outside the tapestry of fate. A fateless man. Well, next question. What is the fate of the fateless man? What is the destiny of the man with no destiny? I will pray to the gods for divine intervention. But everything I thought I knew, and that's not a lot, I now question whether I know it at all. All right. As this area appears to be safe, I have searched my inventory and discovered these wonderful armaments. I am now wearing a magical ring, which will increase my fortitude. But I have kept the other skills. I still have a magic pair of robes. I have some shoes, some cloth outfits if I need them. Do not know yet where my adventure will take me, but I know that I like the sword. Now it is time to go. Our palm-reading friend says that he will meet us at his palm-reading friend's house. But wait. Magic is this. An altar, a shrine to the gods.
Of all the songs in halls of lore, there echoes none more grand.
A lore
Tales
stone.
many feats of might, the pure, and lady of the light. She is a knight of golden knot. She is the cure seeker, the conscience of the summer fae. She is the heart of spring, of day.
Stone that speaks words of wisdom. A stone that speaks lore and truth to me. What a magical, wonderful place. It is important to know the lore of the land. And by lore, I mean the rules, but I also mean the lore, the history, the world in which you are. Never spit in another man's pot unless you have first checked the pot for gold. Never drive another man's car unless you have first checked it for blades. Never kill another man's bull unless you have checked it for disease, and the same goes with the lore of the land. Read about it, learn about it, understand where you are. For knowing the history, they just help you understand the present, change the future, change its fate. Perhaps.
Everyone just stand back. The warden can't work when you're crowding so close.
What's going on here?
Go back to your business. Go on.
My God, she's hurt. Something's
Hey,
hurt.
look, bandits are everywhere.
What has happened? A murder? An assault? No, wait, she's alive. She's alive, whatever she is. Hello, my name is Henry.
Keep moving. This business doesn't concern you.
Can I be...
Unless you're an expert scholar on the Fae, I'd suggest you move along. No reason to be out in the open with the Red Legion about.
the Fae? Well, and the Red Legion?
Bandits.
What is the Red Legion?
Ordinary bandits. Surely you've heard of Red the Dead Idward. They say he drinks the blood of his captives, that he consumes their souls. Or perhaps those are just rumors. You should be fine if you stay inside the village. Once you go beyond the boundaries of Gorhart, however, your life is in your hands.
My life very much is in my hands. But tell me, this wounded
I don't know if
maiden...
you noticed, but St. Ordwig's mission closed its gate moments before that Fae's body turned up on the road. I don't like what that suggests. Not at all.
I don't understand. What does it suggest?
The
Tell
brothers
me.
of St. Ordwig's are an odd sort, scurrying back and forth across the mission like squirrels gathering nuts. I wonder what goes on behind those closed doors.
You suspect them of being behind this attack? Would it not be more plausible that the Tuatha are behind
I
it?
hadn't seen one of them until a day or so ago. It appears that a small group of warriors ventured inland to strike behind our lines. Believe the stories, friend. The Tuatha are mad. They have been touched by a dark magic. They are wholly corrupted, and they are the enemy.
I believe you. I have fought them, and I have survived them. But this poor creature, whatever she is suffering, perhaps even dying. Can I, Henry, be of assistance?
Race. It's a tragedy whenever anyone's savage like this. Just look at the poor creature. She's been beaten to the brink of death. The Fae may be strange, but they certainly don't deserve this.
Strange? Well, what happened?
It appears she was attacked with some manner of short blade, likely a dagger, although there's no way I can be sure. People simply stood by as she called for help. No one lifted a finger. Can you imagine? It's shameful to treat another in such a way, even if she is a Fae. I don't know whether we possess the knowledge to treat such a wound. Frankly, I don't even know if I could save a mortal with such grievous wounds.
Look, I am not part of your village, but I'd like to help.
Well, you're the only one. With all the troubles we've suffered in this village, people are weary of adversity. they'd rather just ignore it. I'm going to suggest something a bit untraditional. There's a fae named Eri. She spends her days up on the hill overlooking the village. Seek her wisdom. I would do it, but I am a coward. That's the truth. Perhaps a fae will know how to heal a fae. If not, then we're back where we started.
You keep mentioning this term fae. What exactly is a fae creature? How are they different from me and you, and flesh and blood?
I've spent most of my life dealing with them, but they aren't like us. Not at the core. They don't know what it means to be a man who sweats to feed his family. Goreheart has become a sort of refuge for those settlers who wish to live a life free of fae. I don't see that lasting. Not with the war. Not with everything changing.
Well, yes, things are changing if the people in your village won't even help this poor creature. What kind of village is
We
this?
keep a precarious peace with the Court of Summer, one that's tested every day. I lie awake at night worrying what kind of disaster awaits me in the morning. But we're a good community full of good people. We have our eccentrics, sure, but we work hard and live quietly. That's the best anyone can do these days.
Really? It seems that
By now.
your village has stood by while this creature, who you just simply say is different, not evil, not a beast, but just slightly different, has been stabbed and then left to die by the residents of your village. Quiet, good people. I disagree with your assessment. Let us see if we can find this other fae you speak of. You said it was above the village, perhaps here up these stairs. Let's ask this lady here. Excuse me.
Lives of the mission? They look down their eyes at you. They
mission.
laugh at your ignorance.
She said the word mission.
The Fae are
The other
not our
person mentioned
enemy.
the mission. Perhaps
Only
they are
those who
responsible
seek
for this
to poison
attack.
us should be reviled. That includes the brothers of St. Odwig's.
Henry?
Whatever you do, avoid the monks of St. Odwig's Perpetual. They deal in lies and false tenets. Their light of hope will leave you in shadow.
I heard your words. Tell me of this fae. Do you know anything of them and about them?
If such creatures were not part of the authorities' plan, then they would not exist in nature, period. Mitharu's divine order governs all, even the Fae.
I understand. The divines, the gods, they rule us all. And yet you seem to hate this mission. You blame them for the wounded maiden's
She was
injuries?
wronged by someone in this village. That is an injustice I can understand. By its appearance, you'd assume Goreheart is a pleasant place. Never make assumptions.
It would appear that there are very different versions of this village being advertised to me. The gentleman said you are nice but quiet, but you say that this place has
Sunday,
mysteries
going down.
and deceptions. Well, let us see if we can find this other fae. But wait, no, the doors. They're locked. Maybe this gentleman can open them for me. Can I open them myself? No, I cannot. Excuse me, heathen.
Welcome to St. Odwig's Perpetual Mission. I would invite you in, but the Order has been too trusting in the past. We try to learn from our mistakes.
Ah, this is the mission then.
Although one never knows what might be a test of faith. You have arrived just when I am in need of aid. So perhaps Mitharu is at work.
The work of the gods? Perhaps. Tell me, what of this
Fae
fae?
are stubborn fools. They treat their souls like toys, with no thought of right or wrong, chaos or order.
And stabbing one? Is that a thought to the right or the wrong? Tell me, what exactly kind of man are you who would turn their back on this fae?
Since its founding, these boys are like my sons. I live my life as an example of Mitharu's wishes for our kind.
Right. So what exactly do you
We
need
at St.
then?
Odwig's have worked for years to establish a presence on this hill. It's not been without its challenges. The call of the Feylands does not fall upon deaf ears, and many of our youngest don't have the will to resist. Take Brother Egan, for example. 2 nights ago, Egan ventured past the walls to collect firewood and never returned. We must find him before anything happens.
Then why are you standing here doing nothing? Tell me though, why are you so
Odorant is a
worried?
savage land. Every day we must face both the beasts of the wood and the evil of wicked hearts. I fear for Brother Egan's soul. He knows nothing of the world of Fae and Alpha, trust and temptation. He is like a baby, eyes wide at the world around him.
And your solution? To close your doors and abuse this Fae rather than help her? You disgust me, sir. You stand here praying to your gods without lifting a finger yourself to go and help your friend. Should I help you or should I not? For the sake of the young one.
Mitharu be praised. His order reigns supreme. Brother Egan was last seen northeast of here, just off the road near the Fae ruins. Please find him. Perhaps then we can welcome you into the fold with open arms.
Oh, really? Oh, really? I see. A little bit of tit for tat. A little bit of you scratch my back, I scratch yours. I've been in this village but a few minutes. I've met but a few people, but I am disturbed by it, perhaps even nauseated by it. Henry Farquaad is here to take out the Tuatha.
Mitharu does not
chest.
dwell behind the mission's walls.
What do we have here? Ah, Scout's longsword.
And every tree, every
And more gold coins. I shall take this.
She is
This
with
village.
all of us.
I do not like it. Stabbing of this Fae creature, who no one really seems to be able to give me a straight answer as to what it is.
Don't start
I cannot
any trouble.
take everyone's problem on myself. I do not know this Fae. I do not even know what really the Fae are. As much as I would like to help, I have my own problems, my own questions about fate and destiny, the Tuatha, Hughes and the Well of Souls. If I come back this way, and if she is still living, once my own questions have been answered, perhaps I will join in. And perhaps in some strange way I'm committing the same sin that I accuse the mission of, but at the same time, I cannot take on everyone's fight as my own. I cannot take on everyone's problem as my own. Henry Farquaad has no fate, no destiny, and so I must carve it out myself. I must make my own choices. I will prune my own trees and clear the woods to find the path I will choose for myself. And speaking of which, I have a choice of paths. Whether it's your young boy lost in the woods, whether it's the dying Fae, it was not my problem earlier, and it will not be my problem today. Again, another choice in the woods. They are deep and they are dark, and they are getting darker as you walk into them. Wait, there are people here. Oh God, bandits! The Red Legion! They warned me of these! Fight, Henry! Fight, Henry, fight! 3 of them, skilled mercenaries. We have the shield, we have the blade, and we can get 2 of them lined up and strike as one. We shall be successful. I channel the magic through me. And you... I face one way and then I strike backwards. And now, my Red Legion. Bandited friend, you are dead. Henry Farquaad strikes again. My memory's still so missing. I was going to say hazy, but no, absence. I do have strange shadow memories. I remember how to fight. I remember that the Tuatha must be defeated. I have said this before. And I have shapes or hints. What is this? Boggart. It does not look like it is too much of a threat to me, but I must be careful. Appearances can be deceiving, as can size. These are magic creatures, born of the forest. By magic you are born, and by magic you are slain. I have shadow memories. Perhaps of a mother, perhaps of a father. When I say little phrases like, I remember when I did this or I remember when I did that, it's almost like I do remember them, but at the same time I can't actually put any detail on them. Like, you know, when you say, oh, I remember when I went traveling. I do remember that I went traveling, but I do not remember where I went. Or when someone says, what did you eat for dinner? What did you feast last? You remember that there was a feast, but you do not remember who it was with and what indeed you ate. There's a strange memory I find myself with. Present yet absent. The same way it's similar to these stones.
In the country of Niralim's
Mysterious
embrace, the summer
but
manifests
incomplete
as
recollection of the
immortal
past.
fae. You know her, him, it, as the resplendent warrior, or the ardent conqueror. You mortals named him King Issa. In the youth of your people's memory, you bore witness to Issa's exploits. He is your legend of might and eminence. Come, listen to a tale of Issa and On, the God Storm, the Withering War.
I hear the voice, and yet I understand the words, and yet I do not understand the sense of what it is saying to me. It asks me to come and listen, it tells me of a tale, and yet I cannot make out exactly what the tale is. Is this because my memory, my intelligence is incomplete, or because the stone itself speaks in riddles? Again, more questions I have. Questions can wait. Right now, the boggart attacks me one more time. Again, I must be careful, not to allow myself to get trapped between two of the creatures. The ideal position is to have both of them in front of me. One blade, one shot, and take down. That was careless. Wasted perfectly good magic. Wait. Magic. I do remember something about magic. This is going to sound stupid. Absurd. Ridiculous. I feel ridiculous saying this, but there is something to do with my moustache and magic. I remember that I love my moustache. I remember that my moustache is unique and it is special. This is sounding like an absurd thing to say, and there is something to do with magic. And Henry Farquaad's moustache. I feel ridiculous even saying that sentence as I think back over it. I feel I've made a joke of myself, and yet I remember a connection. Wait, where am I now? Chest. Ooh. A difficult chest, one that will not open. Let's see. A little lockpick here. Let's be adjusted, perhaps. I can, but this is a tricky. And yet my hands fall neatly into place. How close. The lock is bending to my will. Oh, so close. Just the tiniest little movement of my arm. Listen for the clicks. We are in. A longbow. A fire shard, a flowstone. That felt familiar. Am I a thief? I don't mean now, but I mean in the life before, the person I was, Henry Farquaad, whoever he may is and whoever he may be. Very skilled with the lockpick, very obsessed with the moustache. I've also been picking up many flowers. Am I a farmer, a gardener, a house owner? All of the above? I cannot find this man I am in search of, so I will inquire
For a
here.
while I thought only the Warsworn used the Yolven Road. Henry Kell's my name. Traveller by vocation. I have no trade, but I do have a job for one like yourself. Interested?
No, I am no mercenary. But you seem to be a traveller. Tell me of the village of
Lambs,
Gorhart.
all of them, yes. The people in Gorhart wish to hide from the war beneath the trees. But you and I both know the truth. There's no running from the Tuatha.
I believe you are right. What do you know of the Tuatha? And the war sworn that you speak of?
Anyone who labours to defy nature is a fool. The Warsworn built that keep to stand for all time. But it will fall, like all the others. They should heed the lesson of Castle Yolven. If magic wishes to reclaim what's rightfully hers, she will do it.
Tell me more of this castle. Is it near here? Is it dangerous? Is it something I need to be afraid of? You seem to be a very knowledgeable traveller. Speak.
An ancient castle inhabited by spiders. They say a witch is involved in its overthrow. I do not know of such things.
Interesting. Witches, mercenaries,
Enjoy the road.
Tuatha, war-sworn. It appears that this world is twisted and gnarled. There is not one enemy, but there is many. Bandits, I have already met them. Beasts, spiders, this war-sworn. Witches.
Road.
I wonder which of these is my side, my home, my team. I feel like a nobleman. Not rich, I mean, but a man who is noble. Sense. Pride. But also confusion. These may all be questions that I never have answers for. Oh dear! Wolves! Why did it have to be wolves? I hate wolves. I definitely hate large packs of wolves. Back up, Henry. The pack cometh for you. Remember, line up the wolf. Try and hit more than one with the blade. Strike hard, strike first, strike true. Where did they go? Where did they go? There was more than one. I think I slay 3. Maybe 4. There is another. It is down. It is down, it is done, but I believe there was more. Perhaps they withdrew. A larger pack? No, surely not. Wait. Yes, there are more, but it is a smaller pack. But it moves quickly. I bleed. The wolf corners itself against the tree. Through speed and through dodge, I can contain it. Nicely blocks the Farquaad remover, plucking the shield from the buttocks. And I meet you with magic to the face. But I must drink health potions. That was a difficult fight. I do not understand the magic behind health potions, but I know that they bond limbs, skin, flesh, back together, even as the wolf continues to tear at it. We live in a magical world and a magical realm. And I know its name. The Kingdom of Amalur. It is strange how selective my memory chooses to be. But again, we must fight. The Farquaad maneuver shields myself. Quick dodge, careful. Takes me again from behind. Not a single wolf taken down as yet. It is difficult. They move fast, and even though I weave and dodge with skill, I cannot quite anticipate the direction I will end up in and where they will end up. And yet this wolf has trousers. Why would a wolf have a pair of trousers? Why would a village watcher, a fay, die? Why would a small little deer rest just inches away from a massive pack of wolves? There are many, many questions. Why a moustache? Why would I associate magic with a moustache? Don't get me wrong, my moustache is quite clearly magnificent. And yet it feels inappropriate. Whoa! This is a big, big location. And I should mark it on my map. I have been scrolling down on this map ever since we left. I can't remember the name of it now. Ever since we left the tower where we woke up. Scrolling down little details here. Little details there. I found one in the castle. The original tower. And the Fate Weaver we met, he's also been marking things on there so we can see where we're going to. We need to go to Arden's hut to meet, unsurprisingly, Arden. But it does not seem to be in the same location as others. I haven't had a chance yet to properly look at this map. It appears that this is a big world. Some mountains, perhaps a quarry, a desert zone, some forest zones. Strange sights. I wonder how many of them we shall see. I guess, if our fate is truly our own, as many or as few as we want to. But if the map is right, then Arden is not here in this castle.
Rogue's blood on my boots.
So I assume it would be a waste of time for me to investigate it. Strange, I feel the time is of the essence and I must be quick, and yet I do not know why. Do not know the urgency, other than the invasion of the Tuatha. But strangely, despite the Tuatha invading the mine and the Well of Souls where I started, the Tuatha are not here. This is no war zone. It is scarred, absolutely. It is a land that is suffering, but it is not a war zone. It has not been put to the fire of the Tuatha. Here, the hut. A Fate Weaver understandably must live alone. A Fate Weaver knows the date, the time, the method of every man, every woman's death. You would not wish to have such a person near you, would you? Every time you see them, you'll be reminded that they know your demise. So I guess the Fate Weaver lives in the town, but apart from the town, people will confer with him once, then hate the rest of the time. Wait. No. He is slain. There is a body. His assailant is still here. Strange naked girl.
You're not at all what I expected to find here.
Naked girl, you killed Arden.
Oh, is that the name of this Fate Weaver? No, the Tuatha I was following killed him. I was hoping his corpse would give me an idea of why they were here. Now I know. They were hoping to find you.
Why assume I'm involved with this strange naked chick?
Knowing you, you're definitely involved. But something tells me I know you better than you knew yourself.
Wait, what? I know you? You know me?
Don't you remember me? I'm hurt. No time for introductions now. The Tuatha are still on the move. I'm certain that we'll see one another again. Soon. Be on your way.
No, you are not going in. Wait. Naked chick. Strange naked girl, she knew me.
What happened here?
She knew me. Argarth. She knew me. Oh. And yes, your friend has been murdered, but she knew me. She knew me. Who is she? Other than the fact that she wears no clothes, I know nothing of her.
Arden's dead. How did this happen?
I do not know, but there was a woman here. A strange naked one.
If so, then I sure didn't see her. I was hoping to avoid this, but I think I'm going to have to take you to Delok.
Hey, none of this was my fault. Don't get bent out of shape with me. I came here and he was already dead with the strange naked girl that was here
Maybe
before.
not directly, but something isn't right. His fate was changed. And you're the only person I've seen who can do that. I'm going to have to handle this myself, I guess. I was hoping I could avoid Delok. Go. I'll meet you there once I give Arden a proper funeral.
2 things. Firstly, don't speak to me like that. Secondly, this is not my fault. And thirdly, and I know I said 2, what the hell is this Delok place?
Under the Delok ruins in Etenmere is a nexus of oracular power. It's where the Fate Weaver Order was founded. But no one has been there in over 100 years.
You're still obsessed with looking into my destiny. Accept it. I have none. I have. So tell me, this man you wanted me to meet, who was he?
Before his time, but I can't imagine many tears will be shed for him. You tell enough futures and soon you won't have any friends left.
Yeah, and you criticize me enough times and you'll lose me from that list also. But you are wise and you are knowledgeable. Tell me, I was in a village a few hours ago. There was a fae, butchered, left for dead. Still breathing, but no one wanted to help her.
Everyone thinks the immortal Fae are enigmas. But they've got it all wrong. The Fae are simple. Far simpler than mortals. They never change. Even when their bodies die, they reform again, often years later.
A bit like what I did, you mean? Wonder if the Well of Souls, the Fae, and myself are in some way connected with this. Wonder if Hughes
This is twice now I've
did
buried
some
the
sort
bodies
of...
left in your wake.
Yes, it is twice, but it's not in my wake. These things happen around me, not because of me. And if you wish me to obey you, you can go to this Delok place. You remember I followed your instructions twice now. Both times it has risked my life. Both times it has made you angrier, not wiser. Famed mages. So, my little fate-weaving friend, I have a choice. I go back and I help this fae. I head back to the village a few hours ago. I could go look for this boy in the forest, or I could continue on to this Delok place, with this ungrateful fate weaver. Path is very clear. I have 2 choices. I go back and help those who I met along the way, or I travel onward and look for a destiny of my own. Difficult decision. And Henry Farquaad is a difficult man and a difficult character to ascertain. I guess this is that moment, that second, that choice, where I start to carve out the kind of man who I am. Do I care more about assisting those who I've met? Or do I care more about discovering my own destiny? A difficult choice. But either way, Henry Farquaad will head onward.